Hey everyone, this is Social Dissonance, also known as Shepard, and welcome back to Let's Play Monster Hunter Tri. Today we'll be taking on the Diablos. We'll be completing a gauntlet with him, and I've got a couple of surprises along the way. But as for now, we're just going to go ahead and eat. I have not done that yet. And this may actually change my weapon, but we'll see. Oh, that's a lot of sharpshooter. Unfortunately for Diablos, I'm going to be using pellet shots, so that doesn't really do me any good. But in general, sharpshooter is a great skill to have if you use a bowgun and you're using normal 2 shots. It gives you a little bit of a bonus that stacks with just about everything. You see the 2 subquests. One is to break the horns, the other is to give him a sonic bomb while he is underground. I should be able to do that for almost all of the weapons, except, well, if I get off some lucky bombs, I'll be able to do it with the hammer, but otherwise you don't really want to be aiming for the head with a hammer. Okay, and I do not need anything, really. I guess I can take... Oops. The rations. I didn't really need the first aid. For the cha-cha. And actually, I believe the Diablos starts off in Area 8? No. Okay, because this is the first time I'm doing the quest, she's going to show up in Area 9. And as an effect of the Rathalos armor, I have heat resist low, which should protect me from heat in the desert. And just a little conversation about those specific terrain resistance skills. Heat resist high is for areas where there's lava, and cold resist low is actually good for the desert and the tundra, except for the area with the little ice platform. I think there you need cold resist high, but that's one of the few places you actually need it. Alright, so here's a cinematic. I'll just sit back and enjoy this. And it's pretty awesome, actually, when you're in mid-fight with the Diablos and she just knocks up a whole ton of those guys. Now, the first time she sees you, she actually does not roar. Oh! But she will... Oh, boy! Okay, well, that was a little bit faster than I thought it would be. There's a little trick I want to share with you guys. And that involves a Might Pill and... Oh, hey, thanks, Cha-Cha. And a Might Seed. You take the Might Seed right after you take the Might Pill. Your effect of your pill will last as long as the seed, which is about 3 minutes. And I have no idea if we're actually going to be able to get this off. Let's give it a shot. Maybe? Yes! Okay, now we're just going to hope... Okay, she's not enraged yet, but for some reason she's like getting out of those burrows really fast. Here we go. Okay, well, our second course of action is going to be to try and get our gauge up all the way. And these Delixes are actually being really annoying. Now, another trick that I've used before that I didn't really use this time because it was getting a little hectic was, oops, not getting hit by the Diablos, is using a flash bomb as soon as she comes out of the sonic bomb. It's actually a really nice trick. It gives you about an extra couple seconds of stun time. Now, of course, if you're aware of Diablos at all, or most monsters in general and their behavior with rage mode, you'll know that she can't be sonic bombed if she's already enraged. Now, this is going to be another time where I'm going to be mostly focusing on the tail. I'm going to have a tough time getting it off with most other weapons. So I'm going to try and do the best I can with the longsword, which is really well suited to it. And it's not her weakest spot with a normal weapon, but against the bow gun, it's the weakest. As you can imagine, the head really doesn't take much damage at all. Especially against the hammer. It only takes, what, 10%? It's like, basically nothing. Well, this really sucks. That is a real shame. Oh, and her weakest spot for a Blade Master is actually her stomach. Which is kind of an odd place to have a weak spot. Because it's kind of hard to hit. I may not actually be able to get this whetstone off. Oh, looks like she just went out of rage mode. Good. Okay, we're going to try and do that little combo I was just talking about. I'm gonna whiff a whole bunch of attacks on her face. I actually didn't hit at all. That is amazing. Well, we're just gonna use... Oh my god! Pretend that never happened. Wow. That was horrible. Hopefully you all forgive me. Okay. Now we want to get our flash bomb out. And if you hit just right, she gets knocked to the ground. We'll start building our gauge up again. Hopefully cut off this tail. It's so high. She's like... I don't know if this is like an extra big one. I mean, in general, she's fairly large. I can't tell if she's leaving or exhausted. She's moving like really slow. Now she's enraged. Oh, and if it wasn't obvious by how powerful her scream is, you need to have high-grade earplugs in order to resist that. What's going on? Oh, she was sending out tremors. Yeah, that's one way to know that she's going to be active. We might try and have a mega potion here. Uh-oh. Alright, I don't have the sound up very loud. I can't tell if she's still in the area or not. Let's ask Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha's not around. She must have fled somewhere, clearly. And I'm not sure if that was Area 8 or Area 10. Or Area 10. Well, I guess I didn't bring any scatterfish. What are we doing on time? Not too bad. And I'm not sure that the bone blade here that I'm using is the most ideal weapon for her. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. But I didn't really feel like using the thunderclap on her for some reason. So I didn't. I don't know if she just ran again. Cha-Cha's not really doing much up. Alright, here we go. Oh, and the order has to be Might Pill followed by Might Seed. In order to get the full boost. It looks like she's out of rage mode at least. Doesn't stop her from hitting me with her tail though. There we go. Finally tails off. And we're going to start focusing on her head. Oh, great. And she is exhausted. Now, an interesting thing is not only will her duration for flash be increased by quite a bit when you flash bomb her, but it also works for a sonic bomb as well when she's exhausted. So, it's very fortunate to be able to get her exhausted. Okay, now I'm mostly just going to focus kind of like on her body, I guess. I'm just going to hope that the hits actually land on her stomach. It's really kind of tough to aim. Man, those like little land sharks are just like vicious. And if I'm really lucky, I might be able to get a flash bomb off too. There we go. Yeah, and she's clearly got a lot more life than our previous guy, Barryoff. She's probably in rage mode by now. Or ready to go into rage mode once she gets out of this stun. Or not. That's odd. Well, I'm just going to keep doing spirit combos on her even though I'm in normal sharpness. Oh god, everything's bouncing now. Okay, that's a terrible idea. We'll just use our bombs. Oh, that jerk. Hopefully we'll be able to sharpen before she blasts our face off. Just in time. Okay, and so if she's going to Area 11, I'm assuming she's ready to be captured. I'm going to be completely honest, I've never seen her run there before. This is actually the very first time I've seen that happen. Alright, we're at about 12 minutes. I gotta find the ledge. I don't know why they make it take so long in order to get this one specific weapon, because it's really not that great. Okay. And so I don't know about you guys, but that seemed like a really quick fight. I mean, I guess it may not have been, but it certainly felt like it to me. Probably could have been a little bit improved at certain areas in terms of like aiming for the tail, not getting hit by the tail, but otherwise really not all that bad. And so that's really how I would recommend cutting off the tail. Of course, you could use more shock traps, right? Did I even... I must have used one. Yeah, I used one to capture, but otherwise I didn't use any traps at all. It's not really like me. And we were hoping for Stout Horn, I think. I can't remember. Twisted Horn, Stout Horn, something like that. There's actually two different types of horns you can get in low rank, I believe. Oh man. Yep, just send everybody to the Moga Shallows. Then when you're at your farm, sell all of the Storm Sunder seeds. And I've been doing a lot of farming. I have a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, once I get to high rank, I mean, it's really nothing, but in terms of low rank, like, I can probably make just about every weapon in the game now, and